All right, man. Let's talk about the Lions versus the Commander prediction. I guess I say these predictions for Wednesday. I think Monday, Tuesday, kind of too early for them with the injury reports, and I think Thursday. Some days, some weeks it might be Thursday, depending on the injury report. But this week we play the Washington football team. Apparently, the Lions have been underdogs in the league, in the NFL Super Bowl era record for 17 straight games. It's the first game that they're not underdogs in 17 straight games. Last game they were favorites was against the Carolina Panthers when PJ Walker 20 zip Matthew Stafford and the Lions. Okay. But that's what Caesar's sports book think. ESPN Power Index is no fan of the Lions. No favor. They have them losing at home. They say it's a 55.2% chance that the football team beats the Lions. The Lions have a 44.2% chance of win, 0.6% chance of tie. Now, when you talk about the sports books, if y'all don't see my video about the streak, the home team is usually standard. Is the home team is usually given 3.5. So the Lions is favored by 2.5 so far. I think a lot of money gonna come in on the Washington Commanders to go up there to beat the Lions. If the Lions wasn't at home, they would be underdogs, probably by about 4.5 points, maybe even 5 points. All right. Now I watched a little bit of this, some highlights of the Commanders taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Jacksonville was more efficient in the red zone. We probably would be having this conversation. They would have lost. Carson Wentz threw 2 picks. Don't forget that ex-Lions GM Mark Mayhew, who was Matt Millen's assistant or worked under Matt Millen, then finessed the Fords and saying that Matt Millen made those decisions for himself. Okay. But when Matt Millen was about to get a heart transplant, he did an interview with Peter King saying that Martin Mayhew and them was telling him to take Charles Rogers, even though they knew about the issues that he had. I'm not going to speak on the dead, but they knew about the issues that he was dealing with, and he wanted to take DeMarcus Ware, and they talked him into taking Charles Rogers. So Martin Mayhew went to the Fords, finessed them into hiring him as the GM with him and Tom Lawan, and ain't nothing changed. So you got to remember, they always point that out to fans. A lot of fans don't know that the Lions never cleaned house when they went on 16. They promoted within, and they promoted Martin Mayhew and Tom Lawan as GM. And Tom Lawan, he handled the financial side of this kind of stuff, the business kind of side. I'm not sure. Martin Mayhew handled the personnel side of things. And Martin Mayhew, he was a DB in the NFL. He did not believe in taking the DB until like the third or fourth round. And he had those guys like Aaron Berry, Bill Bentley. I'll never forget in that playoff game versus the New Orleans Saints. If the Lions ever was going to win a playoff game, it was versus the Saints. Kirk Cousins won versus them and Drew Brees. Aaron Berry dropped like 5 picks in that game that could have changed that game around. Everybody else dropped like several picks together. I'll never forget that game. He just refused to invest in DBs. He did the same shit Brian Holmes, same thing Fat Patricia and Quinn Tricia did, Bob Quinn did. Tried to build both sides of the line, and it didn't work. So, kind of a little backstory there. But obviously, Carson Wentz went 27 for 41, 313, 4 TDs, 2 interceptions. The Lions faced a far more talented bunch in the Philadelphia Eagles. Goff was 21 for 37, 215, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. A lot of drops. So I really didn't blame Goff. What I really kind of attributed the loss to was the first thing, even before a ball was snapped, they only had one drive in the preseason. But the way they players was dropping like hot fries and getting injured, I kind of don't blame Dan Campbell. A lot of other teams around the National Football League were lethargic. All right, now Antonio Gibson was supposed to be like the secondary kind of back, but the other running back from Alabama who's going to be the starter, he got shot in the arm robbery. He got shot in the arm robbery. And they expect him to make it back this season, but Antonio Gibson is the starter back again. He's just gonna be like a utility weapon. That's kind of what he was I think he went to Memphis, wherever he went to college. He was more of a receiver slash running back. So I pretty much think they figured out that I think they pretty much figured out that he wasn't that guy as far as he wasn't that guy as far as the as far as being an every down back. He's a complimentary guy. So but he's still dangerous nonetheless. And then you see he lead them receiving 7 yards, 72, 7 catches, 72 yards. Amon Ra 82 yards, 64 yards, one TD. So the injury list look like this. You got they guard West Switzer questionable. The interior lineman Jonathan Allen questionable. For Darian Mathis, he from Alabama. I think he might have been a rookie this year. Injured reserve. Carmen Curl, Cole Turner questionable. Levi and Azorki injured reserve. Tommy Kramer, Julio Cora, F.A. Melifano are questionable. So I mean, obviously, Lions favored by 2.5. Commanders are the underdogs. It's gonna be a lot of money coming in on them. They scored 28 points on Sunday, gave up 22. Lions scored 35, gave up 38. Total yards pretty much close. I mean, this really kind of don't really matter because they play two different caliber teams. So that don't really matter. When I look at this matchup, it comes down to who was one. What was Carson Wentz like number 2 that year? I believe. Sorry, my ignorance. I think he was number 2, and Jared Goff was number 1 in the draft, if my memory serves me correctly. I think Carson Wentz was number 2 and Goff was number 1. I could be wrong here. Yep. So, get a matchup. It really gonna boil down to them guys right there. That's what it's gonna boil down to. It's gonna boil down to Goff versus Wentz, Wentz versus Goff. Who can take care of the football? Who can stay healthy? Who can stay upright? And that's what it's gonna boil down to. Now, still with all the injuries and all that type of stuff, Washington still got a very, very talented defensive line. Right, over the years they had Kerrigan. He ended up like leaving. Then he retired as a football commander. My bad, as a commander. But Chase Young, he injured. Obviously, it could have been Chase Young could have been a Lion, but they just won one less game than we did. So something to think about real quick. But pull up their depth chart. So defensively, it's James Smith-Williams, Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat. I love Montez Sweat coming out, man. I wanted us to draft him. Also, they got Jamin Davis. I love him coming out of Kentucky last year. Wanted the Lions to draft him. William Jackson III. He was been around with the Cincinnati Bengals. Offensively, Carson Wentz, Antonio Gibson as the guard, as the back. Former Lion J.D. McKisson as the backup running back. The guy from Alabama that got jacked was Brian Robinson, rookie. Terry McLaurin, one of the best receivers in the league. Jahan Dotson, rookie receiver from Penn State. Curtis Samuels, Damani Brown backing him up. Logan Thomas, former Virginia Tech quarterback. Charles Leno Jr. They left, so they got a decent team. They got a real decent team, man. So, how I look at this, man, I just simply look at this as, what quarterback take care of the football the best. That defensive line is a problem. They got some good pass rush, but you probably can run the ball on them, for sure. But it's just gonna come down what football team take care of what team take care of the football. That's what it boiled down to. What football team take care of the football? Who gonna make plays? So I just think whoever take care of the football. That's the best way that I could describe it. Who gonna take care of the football? And that'll determine who the winner is. Obviously the defense is gonna play a key factor, stopping the run, rushing the passer. But I do think Carson Wentz is a better quarterback than Jared Goff. I do think that. You look at his weapons, his receivers. His receivers better than Goff's receivers. We got the better back. Defensively, they got more talent. So you looking at it, talent wise, they probably, especially even right now, they're better. They're more talented than we are. If we being honest, they are a more talented football team. I mean, shit, if they help, they have 4 first round fucking picks on the D line. Jamin Davis is an absolute freak athlete at middle linebacker. Terry McLaurin is one of the 10 best receivers in the league, in my opinion. Curtis Samuels, he solid. Johan Dotson caught a touchdown. So yeah, they're better. They're a more talented football team than we are. But it's tough to call. But I think whoever take care of the football more, I think the Lions would be more in sync. Game 2, I think you see more catches than drops. I think Swift will still have a solid game. I think I know a lot of football team or Commander fans don't like Ron Rivera. So coaching, I mean, Ron Rivera has made it to a Super Bowl. So I mean, I'm gonna go with the Lions. I'm gonna go with the Lions 28-31 by 3. Obviously they cover, they win. They cover the spread 2.5 right now. So I'm gonna say they win by 3. I'm gonna just say Jared Goff just take care of the football a little bit better than Carson Wentz, and DeAndre Swift probably is the difference offensively. So it's my opinion. Lions 31-28. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Check out the Detroit Lions prediction playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financial and support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. That's in the link tree. Also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's also in the link tree. Only ways you can reach me. Spotify, Anchor. All my information, link tree is the first link in the description. It's a link that take you to multiple links if you're wondering what it is. Completely 100% safe. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.